Hello and welcome to Scary AF Entertainment. I'm your host Keith Campbell, and today we have some super exciting news regarding 28 years later. Stay tuned. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing 3 brand new pieces of information regarding 28 years later that just hit the internet. Are you ready? The plot, the release date, and 2 out of the 3 movies have already been filmed. That is a huge announcement. But let's get right into it. Let's see what the plot is. And this is not the official plot, because when you go to IMDb, it still says plot unknown. But this was in a recent interview with one of the actors of the film, and this is what he had to say. Britain is 28 years into this terrible plague of infected people who are violent, rabid humans with a few pockets of uninfected communities. This movie centers on a young boy who wants to find a doctor to help his dying mother. He leads his mother through this beautiful northern English terrain, but of course, around them, hiding in forests, hills, and woods, are the infected. But he finds a doctor who is a man we might think is going to be weird and odd, but actually is a force for good. Now, there is a lot to unpack in this paragraph, so let's reread it and break it down as we go along. So we are 28 years into this plague, which is absolutely terrifying. But the fact that there are still some uninfected communities actually blows my mind, and I am super curious to get more information regarding that. Centers on a young boy who wants to find a doctor to help his dying mother. Now, is she dying or is she infected? I can't wait to find out. Now, this part is where I'm really excited. He leads his mother through this beautiful northern English terrain, but of course, they are surrounded by the infected. And that reminds me of part 2, the opening scene where the husband leaves his wife for dead, and he's running towards that lake to get on that small little boat, and is being chased by a horde of infected. God, that scene still gives me chills to this day. And then lastly, he finds a doctor who we might think is going to be weird and odd, but actually is a force for good. That is a little odd in itself, but I guess we're 28 years into this apocalypse, so there are going to be some bad apples out there. I guess there are some bad doctors that maybe are doing experiments and stuff like that. We'll just have to wait 8 months to find out. So 28 Days Later is by far my favorite movie of all time. And the fact that Danny Boyle, Alex Garland, and Cillian Murphy all came back for the first one. I don't know if they're going to come back for part 2 and part 3, but they're back for the first one, and I am super excited about that. 8 months away, June 20th, 2025. Who's going to see this in the theaters? Drop your comments in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts about this plot. Do you have any details about this movie that I don't already know? And yes, I do know it was filmed on an iPhone 15. Besides that, the fact that 2 out of 3 have been filmed and this small plot, what else do we know about this movie? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Peace.